Do you ever just stare at your phone, wondering what to text him? You type something out, then you delete it, then you type again, only to end up sending something safe, something boring like, "Hey, how was your day?" And what happens? You get a boring reply back. Maybe a good you, if you're lucky. The truth is, a boring text gets a boring response. It does nothing to build attraction or make him feel anything, but the right text, sent at the right time, that can make him smile, make him miss you, and most importantly, make him absolutely crave your attention. Well, in this video, I'm giving you 9 powerful, flirty texts that are designed to tap directly into male psychology. These aren't cheesy pickup lines. They're subtle, fun, and incredibly effective at making him see you as the captivating, irresistible woman you are. Text 1. The nostalgic tease. Let's start with a personal favorite, the nostalgic tease. This is where you send something like, "Random, but I just saw someone with a dog that looked just like the one we saw at the park, and it made me think of you. Made me smile." This is so effective because it does 2 things perfectly. First, it instantly transports the two of you back to a positive, shared memory, creating a little private world. Second, and more importantly, it communicates that you're thinking of him in a fond, happy way, but it's completely devoid of neediness. You're not saying you miss him or need his attention. You're simply sharing a sweet moment that he was a part of, which is far more powerful and endearing. Text 2. The intriguing question. Next up is the intriguing question. Instead of the standard, "How was your day?" you send something like, "Okay, weird question of the day. If you had to be a fictional spy, which one would you be and why?" This text is a workhorse because it immediately breaks the monotony of typical small talk. It's playful, a little unexpected, and it prompts his brain to engage in a creative and fun way. He can't answer this with a simple good or fine. It requires him to think, to share a piece of his personality, and most importantly, to have a genuinely enjoyable interaction with you. It shows that you're not just checking a box. You're trying to have a unique and interesting conversation. Text 3. The specific compliment. Now, for a text that truly stands out, we have the specific compliment. This is where you say, "I was just thinking about that story you told me about how you started your business. I love the way your mind works." This is arguably one of the most powerful texts you can send. While compliments on appearance are nice, they can feel generic. This, however, compliments his intellect, his character, or his passion. It shows that you weren't just hearing him talk. You were truly listening, and you were impressed by what was going on inside his head. It makes him feel seen and valued on a much deeper level than his physical traits, which is something he likely rarely experiences and will absolutely crave from you. Text 4. The future projection. Now, let's talk about a text that is all about confidence. The future projection. This is when you send something like, "Just walked past that tiny Italian restaurant with the checkered tablecloths. Officially added it to our future adventure list." This works on a brilliant psychological level because it subtly and playfully assumes that there is a future together. It's not asking, "Would you maybe want to go here someday?" It's confidently stating that he will be a part of your upcoming experiences. This does 2 things. It makes him start picturing that future with you, which is incredibly exciting, and it positions you as a woman who knows what she wants and assumes she will get it. It's an incredibly attractive quality. Text 5. The "You've been spotted." Next is the "You've been spotted," which is a fantastic way to use visuals. This isn't a selfie, it's a context photo. You send a picture of your coffee, the book you're reading, or a beautiful sunset, with a caption like, "This view is giving me major vibes of that day we hiked upstate. Hope you're having a good one." This text is so effective because it's low pressure and feels organic. You're not directly asking for a conversation. You're simply sharing a moment from your life that, in your mind, connects back to him. It's a visual trigger that instantly pulls a happy memory to the front of his mind, making him feel connected to you and reminding him of the positive emotions he associates with your time together. Text 6. The Playful Challenge. For a completely different kind of energy, we have the Playful Challenge. Try sending, "I just absolutely dominated my friend in chess. Pretty sure I could take you. Just saying." This text is pure, unadulterated flirtation. It taps directly into his competitive spirit, but in a fun, non-threatening way. It's not a hostile challenge. It's an invitation to play. This creates a dynamic where you are the prize to be won or the worthy opponent to be conquered. It sparks a fun back and forth and builds sexual tension by establishing a lively, competitive rapport. It shows that you're confident enough to tease him and see yourself as his equal, which is both intriguing and highly attractive. Text 7. The Missing You Text. Let's tackle a potentially tricky one. The missing you text, but done the non-needy way. Instead of a heavy "I miss you," you say, "My day was good, but it would have been better if you were there to see the epic fail I had trying to parallel park today." The magic here is in the framing. You are openly having a good life and a good day. You are the main character. You are simply stating that his presence would have been a fantastic bonus to an already positive experience. This expresses desire and affection without any hint of loneliness or dependency. It makes him feel wanted while simultaneously showing him that you are a complete, happy person all on your own, which is incredibly attractive. Text 8. The Bold and Direct. For a shot of pure, unapologetic confidence, nothing beats the bold and direct. This is a text like, "Just so you know, I'm having a dangerously good hair day. You're missing out." This works because it is completely self-aware and totally owning your own appeal. There's no asking for validation here. You are simply stating a fact about your own fabulousness and letting him in on the secret. It's sexy because it's playful and cheeky, and it demonstrates a high level of self-worth. You are not waiting for him to tell you you're beautiful. You already know it, and you're confident enough to tease him with it. Text 9. The Midnight Mystery. Finally, for a touch of intimacy, we have the Midnight Mystery. This is a text to be used very sparingly, sent later in the evening. "You crossed my mind. Sweet dreams." Its power lies entirely in its subtlety and mystery. It's intimate without being explicit, and it's wonderfully open-ended. It doesn't say why he crossed your mind or what you were thinking, which means his imagination will inevitably fill in the blanks, often in a very favorable way for you. It's a soft, lingering thought that you place in his head right as he's falling asleep, ensuring you are the last thing on his mind and creating a deep, personal connection. Now that you have these powerful tools, it's just as important to talk about how to use them without undoing all your good work. The biggest mistake you can make is falling into the trap of over-texting, which often starts with the double or triple text. You send one message, and when you don't get an immediate reply, you send another, and then maybe a question mark. This instantly communicates anxiety and neediness. You have to remember that people have lives, they get busy at work, they're driving, or they simply need a moment to think of a good response. By giving him space to reply, you demonstrate patience and confidence. You are showing that you have your own fulfilling life and aren't sitting by the phone waiting for him. A single, well-timed text is far more powerful than a stream of consciousness that screams insecurity. This leads directly to the next pitfall. Never, ever send a text that punishes him for not replying fast enough. A message like "hello" or "I guess you're ignoring me" is an instant attraction killer. It frames you as a source of guilt and pressure instead of a source of positivity. It's crucial to understand that his delayed reply is almost never a personal rejection. By reacting negatively, you create a dynamic where talking to you feels like a chore with obligations, rather than an enjoyable escape. You want to be the highlight of his day, not another item on his to-do list. Finally, and this is vital, avoid the temptation to overuse these texts. These are not lines for a daily script. If you use them one after another, they lose their magic and can start to feel inauthentic and forced. The goal is not to bombard him, but to strategically and authentically sprinkle these moments of connection into your communication. Their power comes from their spontaneity and from the genuine feeling behind them. Let your normal, everyday conversations be the foundation, and use these flirty texts as the special seasoning that enhances everything. Authenticity will always be your greatest asset, so use these tools wisely to let your true, confident self shine through. So, let's do a quick recap of our 9 powerful texts. We have the nostalgic tease, the intriguing question, and the specific compliment. Then we moved into the future projection, the you've been spotted photo, and the playful challenge. And we finished strong with the non-needy missing you text, the bold and direct, and the intimate midnight mystery. Now, I want to leave you with this final thought. The goal of all this is not to play games or to follow a rigid set of rules. The real goal is to give you the tools to communicate your amazing, fun, and confident self through a screen. These texts are simply a vehicle for the incredible woman you already are. Never forget that you are the prize in this dynamic. You are a complete and captivating person all on your own. These messages are not about tricking him. They are simply the delightful reminder he needs to see the wonderful reality of who you are. So go forth, text with confidence, and let him experience the fantastic energy you bring. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these texts are you most excited to try first? Is it the future projection or maybe the playful challenge? Let me know your favorite down in the comments below. I read every single one, and I genuinely love hearing from you. If this video brought you value and gave you that aha moment, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps support the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I create new content every week, filled with more tips on building unshakable confidence, navigating the dating world, and truly understanding the male mind. And because you enjoyed this topic, I know you'll want to see my next video. If you've ever been confused when a man starts to pull away, I break down exactly what's going on in his mind and the one thing you should never do. It's called When He Pulls Away, Do This, and it's up next for you. I'll see you over there.